Hey guys, welcome to another Traxxas Rockhead video. This one's it's kind of a different topic, but you know, I was thinking about it, and I thought I would just share these tips on how to save money when you're in this hobby, or at least how I save money. May not be how everybody saves money, but it's how I save money. And I can honestly say that I have not paid full price for, I would say, 98% of my stuff. Number one thing that I did have done is I have signed up for different mailing lists. Like I am a Tower Hobbies Super Saver Club member, and it's really simple. It's only like 10 bucks. I think it's 10 bucks for a year, 20 bucks for 2 years. It may be a lot at first. You may think, hey, that's a lot of money, but it really does. It pays for itself within a few orders. Like they send you, especially if you get on their mailing list, they send you different discounts that they have, specials that they're running, new arrivals, just all kinds of stuff. They keep you up to date with what they are doing, and I can't tell you how much money I've saved with them. All right, so yeah, Tower Hobbies does it. A-Main, I didn't realize did it, but they do, and I'm on their mailing list now, and you can get again specials and different things that they're running. I'm not sure if Horizon Hobbies does it. I don't order from stuff from them too much. If Tower Hobbies and A-Main don't have it, then especially when you're trying to get a new car, don't be afraid to go used. Especially, actually my dad got a used car from one of the guys at our local track. That's what I would say is to really, not really hunt down, but if you go to your local track a lot, you'll see the fast guys, you'll see the guys that work on their cars, and if they're selling it, the likelihood that they took care of their car is very high. My dad actually got a car that one of our local sponsored people drove, and so you know that thing is taken care of. So yeah, go used, especially if you know the person that is selling the thing that you want. If you guys want to get some of this used stuff that I have, I don't have much right now. I sell a little bit here and there. Not sure if I can link. I don't have like an eBay store, but I'll leave my eBay name in the description, which is pretty much Traxxas Rockhead. It's Traxxas Rockhead 1 because I think someone took Traxxas Rockhead. Stupid jerks. Anyway, so if you guys want to get, you know, my old I've sold a few of my old radios on there, a few parts. So just anything that still works, but I just don't need it anymore. I do take pretty good care of my stuff. So yeah, I'll be selling one of the short course on there at some point soon. I want to say soon, but at some point, I will be selling that on there. And yeah, that's usually where I go to sell stuff. So if you want to get stuff from me, go there. Boom. All right. And number 3 is modifications and selective part buying. This car has not broken too much, so I just got parts that were cool. Like, you didn't really need these titanium turnbuckles that came with steel ones that were fine, but these titanium ones look cooler. It didn't need these the motor mount. It didn't need the ball stud, the metal ball stud mount, or the hinge pin mounts. It just looks cool. But however, I did break a few of these, bent a few of these shock sets before I went titanium. So just think about it. Like, if you spent the few dollars to go titanium or to get a good metal part, you know, you'll save money in the long run by going metal, or by getting a stronger material like RPM. RPM makes great stuff. I'm sure you guys know that, but if you didn't, RPM makes plastic parts that are still lightweight, but I don't know, they're composite. Their little chemical mixture is just way better than normal stock parts. So if you're still want the lightweight of plastic but want the durability, definitely go with RPM, because I've had a lot of their parts, and I haven't broken anything of theirs. So that's actually saying something. Another thing is that I actually went metal bulkheads in my Emax, because I was just plowing through bulkheads. So the bulkheads were like 60, let's say 60 bucks. The I think the bulkheads were either 8 or 6. So if you keep on breaking those, like if you break those, like if they're 6 bucks, if you break them 10 times, you might as well have gotten metal ones. What I was gonna say is modification. Definitely don't be afraid to modify. And I'm not gonna talk about this guy. I am going to bust out my old AT&T. Yeah, I still got one of these. Still got this. Actually, it still works. If I throw a receiver in it, it'll still work. So, just wanted to show a few things that I did. Because I was on a tight budget when I had this thing. And, so I'll just let you know a little bit what I did. But these ball studs wore out quickly. They had brass ball studs when you bought them, and then you could upgrade to metal ones. I mean, aluminum ones. The aluminum ones did last longer than the brass, but they still wore out. After the shock goes up and down so much, the suspension works, the turnbuckles turn, it shaves down the ball stud, and you can easily take out the ball stud. Just got a text message. And it's like, oh, while you're racing, you know, the ball stud is falling out. So what I did, I replaced the top ball studs, because I couldn't do it for the bottom of the front shocks. I replaced the top, I guess you can see it. I replaced the top ball studs with screws. With screws, and then like a little plastic nut that you would get when you mount wings to like stadium trucks. So that's what I used for up here, and hey, that's not going anywhere. That's a screw right into a shock tower, like a regular car is. And I also just did it all the way in the back, all four, and there's no ball studs back here. And not only do you gain 6 ball studs for when these other parts wear out, but now these shocks aren't going anywhere. They aren't coming out. And how I did this, I guess it really doesn't matter. I just drilled this out and use the screw there. Oh, there we go. Use the screw for the bottom of this. Also on this car, what you can't see, there are pins for the CVDs in the front. And if you know how CVDs work, there's that little pin that goes through. The stock pins, the pins that you got for it, were very soft. My brother and I found that if you use the spring steel of body pins, it actually lasted, like, I would say 5 times, 10 times longer than if you got a rebuild kit. So you could get the rebuild kit if you lost the little like bearing that's in there, but if you didn't, if your pin just broke and you just needed a new pin, we found that using, like I said, body pins were like way better. So just stuff like that, like body pins, you could get a pack of 10 body pins and you could get 2 pins out of them, 2 drive shaft pins out of them. So it's just stuff like that. And then again, like I was saying, RPM, this is actually an RPM bumper right here. This thing is indestructible. It's actually way bigger, but I shortened it because I didn't like how big it was. I didn't have a problem really crashing into things head on. I did it to keep from when I nicked things, well, like the corners and stuff while I was driving. So yeah, those are my 3 things. Sign up for some kind of membership, a mailing list, or some kind of something with a website, or maybe even if your track has it, so they send you coupons and specials and stuff. Don't be afraid to buy used, especially if you know the person. I guess even if you don't, if you can look the car over and see that nothing's wrong with it, nothing's too tweaked, or if you're willing to spend a few extra dollars and replace some of the things that can tweak over time. And don't be afraid to do modifications that actually work. I say actually work because my brother and I used to bend shock shafts back after we used them, after we bent them. So I mean, like, that would work kinda in a pinch, but you really should just get new shock shafts. So yeah, hope you guys like that. Just a few things I wanted to share with you guys on how to save some cash in this hobby.